Hey, so hello. I just wanted to jump on live just to talk about, something that's happening recently with a lot of people regarding, going to their LCS. I haven't had too many issues with mine. There's been a couple, but we've been able to talk it out and everything. But today actually kind of set me off a little bit. I'll give you some background. I mean, I live in a small town. We have one comic book shop. If I wanted to drive to the city, it's going to be probably about, like 45 minutes or so. There's shops in there. Most of them don't have a lot of back issue bins. I really love my shop. It's like, wall to wall, hundreds of long boxes. It's fun to go digging. I mean, you know, I work on the same block. I live in the area. It's very convenient for me to go. So, I've been frequenting that shop. I don't do a lot of online ordering. I tend to try and support my LCS as much as I can. Even if it means, paying a couple bucks more, for a hot book every now and then. I don't mind giving the extra couple bucks, to a shop and helping them, stay in business and keeping their family fed and everything like that. It's great. But today was a little bit different. Fridays I work a shorter day. It's nice. I work in, like I said, I work in the area. It's great. On my walk home, I just go and stop by the comic book shop. It's a highlight of every, my Fridays. Um, but like I said, today was different. Um, I went in actually specifically to go get one book that I had stashed aside. I just wasn't sure if I had it or not, so I had him put it in my box. And um, I went to go searching through some bins, and I had a good somebody recommended me to go check out Soul Plumber. Um, it's uh, it's a DC book, so I'm actually not really into DC. For anybody who knows me or follows me on Instagram, I don't really um, pick up a lot of DC titles or any for that matter. Um, but I did go and find, I picked up these three. So I picked up, the cover A, and as you can see, if it focuses, it is sitting at cover price, you know, and picked up the second print because if I grab something and, I like to grab, the first print, the second print, whatever. I grabbed the variant as well. I know DC doesn't do many variants. And I thought the artwork's cool. I've heard nothing but good things about the story. Sorry. Um, so I decided to go pick it up. I did happen to find a second copy of the cover A. So I went and brought them up to the cache, and the owner, was in the back, and we had been chatting earlier, and he came up and checked what I was buying, and then after I actually uh, purchased the books, he's like, "Oh, what did he buy? What did he buy?" And looked, and saw that I actually had two copies of the cover A, and started yelling at the employee and saying, "You can't sell two copies to someone." And this book's been out. It was out October 4th, 2021, and it's been sitting in the bin. It actually wasn't even under, its own title or anything like that. It was just under miscellaneous S. So, oh wow, I got Russian bots. Does that mean I hit the big time? Um, no, I mean, so it's almost 7 months old, and nobody's buying it. It's in a miscellaneous S bin. So I grabbed two copies, and he was yelling at the employee not to sell two copies to someone, and you know, he made the point about, he checked eBay and said that, copies of cover A were going for, people were selling for $25, and that he was going to lose $20. Um, in my opinion, you're not losing $20. You're making your money back by actually selling that book because it sat there for, 6.5 months. Um, oh, wait, I should probably, before I go into this any further here, I don't know how to highlight anybody or do anything like that because I'm not super YouTubey like the rest of these guys, the two guys in the chat here, but I'll shout them out. TM Nerdy's in the chat. Roscoe's in the chat. You know, I just wanted to jump on live, you know, while it was still fresh in my head, you know, about this little incident, because it's happening more and more, you know, especially with like owners checking my books, you know, making sure I'm not grabbing, you know, good, well-priced books out of his back bins, which I do often. I mean, I consider myself a decent back bin hunter, and you know, I was seriously interested in reading this, and you know, I noticed that, you know, it is a little bit of a hot book right now, so I did pick up an extra copy, and I want to know what everyone thinks about, you know, an owner saying that, you know, he's losing $20, but you know, with that bin or that book sitting in your back bin, you're losing money anyways because you're actually not making the sale. He also said that I could come back. I should have put it back and came in another day and bought it, because you're only allowed to buy one copy at a time. So I didn't see, you know, his logic in that. I left the store with my two copies after, you know, trying to explain this to him. You know, I brought up the fact about, you know, if you want to price things on eBay, just put up a sign and just say all, you know, all books will be priced at the cash register according to eBay prices, if you really want to do that. And you probably won't get my business much unless I'm specifically hunting for something. But I won't go to the store and you know, start digging. You know, I took a walk around. I had to go get groceries and everything like that. And I decided that, you know, after him yelling at the employee and making a big deal about this, I would go and return the second copy and, you know, get my money back. He could upprice it, do whatever he wants with it. And then I actually went to go in to return this, and I couldn't even get my money back. He just offered me another book at the same price. So, you know, I didn't want to cause any trouble or anything like that. I mean, this obviously meant a lot more to him than the second copy does to me. So I just did it. I grabbed, I forget what I even grabbed. I grabbed something out of my pull box or whatnot that I didn't grab. But it's, this isn't this is just like the culmination of a lot of things going on right now with, especially with my LCS. And I'm sure you guys are like familiar with these sort of shenanigans going on. I mean, Wednesday comes around and there's no books on the shelf because, you know, or very limited books on the shelf. There's, you know, they're waiting for, you know, 2 to 3 days after books are released to wait to see if they spike on eBay or not. And it's dragging me down wanting to collect new books. And, you know, I've recently made less purchases on New Comic Book Day. You know, I'm focusing more on buying elsewhere. I like to go in and backbin dig, and you know, this kind of put a sour taste in my mouth for backbin digging as well. Because, you know, I can no longer really purchase new books there because they're being weighted to like price out on eBay, unless I've happened to, you know, pre-order them. Sometimes I don't get a chance to pre-order books. You know, I have a job that's pretty demanding, and I work really, really odd hours. So I don't get a chance to, you know, pre-order books. So it used to be that I could go in and, you know, say, hey, if you have an extra copy of this kicking around, just, you know, set it aside for me. And now if it's a hot book, it's just not, it's already up on eBay or on Marketplace. And I can't get my hands on it. And, you know, the alternative would just be to order off eBay. And yeah, I have to pay shipping for it, but at least I'll get the book in hand and I don't have to worry about that. You know, Roscoe is saying, you know, I hate when owners look up eBay prices when something comes out in the same week too. I mean, that's total BS for me, you know, and it's starting to now, you know, like pre-orders are getting up to, you know, $20, $30, and the book hasn't even come out yet, you know, let alone the incentives. And I mean, the incentives, I get it. If it's, if you know, it's a hot title, yeah, price the incentives up, because do whatever you need to do, because that's where the owners and the people who are ordering that amount of books, that's where they're making their money. I know they have like slim profit margins when it comes to, um when it comes to books. They're paying, what was it, maybe like 60%. They're making this, they got to pay their employees, they got to pay the overhead on the shop. And I get that. I totally get that. And your one per stores, sell them, do your incentives, price them up, if you have that, but at least allow people to go get the books. um you know that's a whole different story, but this situation was, it seemed pretty petty, especially for a book that's been out since October. And just because you didn't get a chance to go, or didn't go back and look through your back bins and pay attention to what's spiking in price, or whatnot. It's not my issue if I pay attention to those things. You're a shop owner and you do this for a living. It's like saying to myself, like, I cook for a living professionally. If I'm not staying up to date with, or even passionate about my work, then I'm going to slip. And I don't let myself do that. If I was a comic book shop owner, I'd be all over FOC shows and all over, people's YouTube channels, and just trying to keep up to date with everything. You know, I've offered many times to even come in and, just like search through some books and, help them out with pricing and stuff. And it's just been no interest. So, unfortunately, that's where we're at on that. And, I just wanted to just, come on while it was still fresh in my head, and, you know, talk about it, because, I feel like it's an issue with a lot of people, and, it's quite unfortunate, and it's kind of, again, pushing me away from buying, especially buying new comic books, and, even just the hobby in general. And to be honest, it's just the people in the community itself, um, with all these guys there, and girls. It's fantastic. And that kind of brings, good light to this whole hobby. But the monetary values now become, um, something that I think is going to hurt it. um, with owners getting to that point where they can just sell on eBay. um, I just feel like, what are you just using your shop as a storage space now? I mean, if you want to alienate all your customers, then it's your prerogative. If you want to do it, then go do it. But as somebody who shopped in that specific shop for almost 3 years since I've been here, um, I expect a little bit of better treatment. Um, Anyways, so getting off of that, I might actually do this. This will be a short one today, but I'll go through some pickups that I had for the week. I don't know if anybody's. I can't really see if anybody's watching or whatnot. I don't know how to do this stuff, um, and I will get better. But I might do this every Friday, and just maybe not go off on a rant or anything like that, but just show what I picked up. And you know um, but this is another one. I guess this is the first book, other than the Soul Plumber books, that I picked up. But I picked up a copy of Secret Wars 2. So that, I think I already have a copy, but I'll pick it up whenever I see it, or if I ever see it. It's the first appearance of God Emperor Doom, so that's super cool. I really want to pick this up in a collected, to read the Hickman Secret Wars. It'd be really cool if they did a full on, or I don't know if they actually do, but it'd be really cool if they picked up an omnibus for the Secret Wars 1, 2, and the Hickman one. That'd be really pretty cool. Second, this is another DC book I picked up. I picked up Sandman #9. I get a little bit of a discount, but I paid $10, And I mean, I'm trying to collect the first 22 issues of Sandman. It's actually one of the only DC reads that I read when I was younger. Um, I'm actually saving up to go get They just released a hardcover omnibus for 1 to 55, I think, or 1 to 50. So that's cool, but it was like a $200 price tag. But my goal is to pick up 1 to 22 for Sandman. Oh yeah, this is the book that I got it exchanged for my other Soul Plumber. I wanted the last issue of Oblivion Song. Just I haven't read. I've only read issues 1 to 8, so this is issue 35. I just pick it up because, hey, I'm currently reading it, and this is the last issue. So last issues are always, they sometimes go up in value. Speaking of last issues, I picked up Star Wars High Republic Adventures. That's always been on my pull. So that's the last issue of issue 13. And I really enjoyed that. I haven't read this yet because obviously I just got it today. So I will read that, and that'll conclude the High Republic Adventures. I was going into a couple Star Wars books I picked up on the cheap for cover. This is the Bounty Hunter 17. This is the Sprouse variant, with Thrawn right on the cover. So I will always pick up anything with that beautiful blue face on there. Next is Star Wars 52. And I picked up this is the Galactic Icons variant for Ben Kenobi. So, with Obi-Wan coming up, there's Old Man Kenobi on there. I love these Galactic Icons variants. I think they're super cool, and a lot of them don't really. There's a couple that are hot, like the Thrawn and the Cad Bane, but I think they're just really well done. I love the cover art on it. Going into speaking of Old Man Ben, this is Star Wars 7. So I'm under the impression that this is the first Journal of Ben Kenobi. So I have a few of these, and I think I'm missing maybe about 10 or so in this run, and then I will read them all. So, but yeah, that's the Jason Aaron one. I'll save the big one to the end. But those are following me on Instagram. They'll know what I picked up. So this is one I picked up last week, and I haven't read it. It's strictly cover by. There we go, Alan Roberts Trilogy. But I'm just a huge fan of the Misfits, so there's Doyle right on the cover. I thought it was cool. It's the first print. This is a cool one I found, I think yesterday or the day before. So any Wildcats fans out there, this is Grifter versus Damonite, the special edition. So this is like it's only a couple pages, but it came with the box set for the toy. And I'll always pick up any of those like toy variants whenever I can. And something I picked up last week I just thought was really cool. Just because I'm a big fan of Michael Turner. So I picked up the Devil May Cry. This is 1 to 3. So there's issue 1. That's the Turner variant. Just love that cover. And the other two. So this is a big book I picked up yesterday, and I posted on Instagram. It specifically goes with. So I already had this. So that is Coyote 13. So right there, you can see that's cover art by Todd McFarlane. That's his first published cover art. I believe it's tied with Infinity Inc. 14. I think they came out at the same day. But this was the one that I picked up yesterday, and I picked up Coyote 11. So this is his first published interiors, but it's actually, from what I've read, it's actually not his original drawings at first. He went and redid the drawings for issue 11, and issue 12 is his first originals. But these are the first published interior art by Todd McFarlane. So that, if you can see behind me, I have a lot of McFarlane on my wall. He's my favorite artist of all time, fellow Canadian. You know, just got me into comics, got me into art, changed the way I look at art. Um, just a huge influence on a lot of my childhood, my, you know, just my whole life. So, when I saw this, I had to grab it, and I paid a decent amount. I paid $50 for it. It's in pretty good shape. It's a little bit of a scuff on the top corner, but to me, I don't care. So that's that. I actually got a mail call today. I already opened the thinger or envelope. And I can't remember what this is, to be honest. So I figured it's another reason why I wanted to go do a live show or a live little broadcast here, because it's always fun to do unboxing stuff, right? You can see there's Roscoe and TM here. So I know TM's a huge Todd McFarlane fan. That's for sure. This guy's got, you can see, it's got painter's tape, but no pull tabs. I mean, anybody who ships stuff, pull tabs are your friends. Everyone loves them. Well, I open this up. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. I mean, it totally came safe, but it's, as you can see, there's just tape everywhere. That bag's gonna have to be switched. It's in not bad shape. I only wanted this because if anybody sees anything I post on Instagram, I'm a big fan of Canadian price variants, and this one actually has some relevance to Thor: Love and Thunder. I mean, the character's already been in, but this is, oh man, I should remember. It's I can't remember. He's the dwarf from from Thor, and Peter Dinklage character Eatley, I believe. But here's his first appearance, and that's Thor Annual 11, and it is a sweet Canadian price variant as well. And I believe this is a partial origin of Thor as well, so that's pretty fun. Can't remember what I paid for it. I think I paid maybe $12 or $15 or something. But again, I didn't want to. I only really got this because it was a Canadian price variant and it was priced about the same. So I don't think the seller realized, he thought it was just basically a newsstand copy. And I love it when people do that when they don't know. But more people should be aware of checking for CPVs and getting to know that not all newsstands are created equal. The Canadian ones are far better. Sorry, not to be any disrespect to the Americans and the American copies, but Canadian copies, they're a rare breed. But that's pretty much it, and all I've got to show this week. And I just wanted to go on a little rant and talk about the state of affairs with comic book collecting these days. And so anyways, peace out, Roscoe. Thanks for stopping in. But I'm gonna end this pretty quick. But hopefully next time it'll be on a little bit of a better note. But I think I might I might go live around either 1 or 2 on Fridays after work, and just talk about books and stuff I picked up, and if there's any sort of craziness going on in the comic book world. And there's some good laughter and with my this is a lively chat for 2 people, guys. It's great. Thanks for coming out and sharing some time. But look for, actually, with speaking of TM Nerdy and I, we've got a show tonight. So this would be Friday. We're gonna go live every second Friday. Yeah, talking about Kevin Smith. So tonight we're doing Chasing Amy. It's every second Friday. The channels will be bouncing around. Tonight's on Raging Cage's channel. Again, we're talking Chasing Amy. It's the my personal favorite. Then we got 2 weeks from today. This is 7:30 Eastern on, I believe, TM's for Dogma. And then 4 weeks from now on my channel, as soon as I figure out how to use StreamYard and all the fancy stuff, I'm sure I'll take a crash course here. We'll be talking about Jersey Girl. I mean, arguably Kevin Smith's best work. Anyways, have a great Friday, and hopefully see you guys tonight.